What if you had a real life, bulletproof Indiana Jones kind of built for life, hard shell, whatever is inside is protected luggage. Not actual bullets, bulletproof, I don't think, but that's not super high on my list of priorities. But lifetime warranty? Here's the deal though. Well, a few things. Number one, absolutely protected, super aluminum, incredible handles, like really, really nice aluminum trolley here, over $1,000, okay? Now there are several pieces of luggage that you can get out there, carry on, over $1,000. I don't think any of them come with a lifetime warranty, which is what Sterling Pacific is offering the people. I mean, if you are gonna spend the money on something, might as well have it last your entire life. Now, the question of if this company's gonna be around your entire life, I don't know. But from my initial perspective on this thing, after fiddling with it for a few months now, it's really like that's that Indiana Jones, like go anywhere, do anything kind of feeling. Comes in at about 11 pounds by itself, okay? So you're gonna notice that sometimes. That's not too bad for roller luggage. And for something that you know, is gonna literally protect your, like you're just, ah! Obviously it's carry-on size here, 22.5 by 14 by 8.5. Get a look at those little feet down here. These are the only things basically that aren't metal besides the incredible handles. You're gonna notice that immediately. I like the way that this feels. I wish this was even gooier because these have this soft, just a little bit of softness, gooey kind of. It's all Italian, crazy leather, really, really high end. Your handles you're interacting with a lot. Every time you're up a closet in an Airbnb, anytime you're into the trunk of a car that's picking you up at the airport, anytime you're getting up into the overhead compartment, so you're gonna feel those handles a lot. And I really like them. I mean, even with one hand, you can kind of like orient the bag where you want it to go. A lot of bags have softer handles, you can't really do that. So you're gonna feel that. But the other thing that I really love is just about everything, for example, these handles, is replaceable or repairable. I'm not sure how I can show you this, but for example, there are some Allen wrench or star bolt sort of things underneath this handle here. Where the hinge is on the inside of the bag, you've got two of these Phillips head screwdrivers here, which I'll show you as well. The rest of it is these rivets. Those rivets are made of stainless steel, which is even stronger than the aluminum that the body's made out of. TSA locks, woo! 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 It's 5052 aluminum, okay, which requires 33,000 pounds to break. Okay, 5052 on the main body stuff. The frame and the edges here, all of this stuff, all of these corners and stuff is 6063 aluminum, which is even stronger. But dents and scratches can and will happen depending on how heavy duty you sort of ruck around with this. Now, we've got two spinning wheels here, not for... Having four wheels is really nice when you're just walking down the aisle, you know, with your luggage sideways. The spinner is great. There's a complication where it's like, no matter where you put your bag, it has to be totally flat. Otherwise it just starts rolling or you have to hold on to it. Some people really complain about that. Some people will not use a spinner because of that. I always kind of liked the spinner. The reason why these guys don't use the spinner is simply because on bags, luggage that are four-wheel spinners, it is almost always one of the wheels that breaks first. Think about it. Think about how much more you've got that thing moving around in all different directions. You've got this connection point to the wheel. It gets a lot more delicate. Compare that to this, where there's an axle going through the entire back here with these large size rollers where the rubber feels like, or polyurethane or whatever this is, just feels like, it has like a real softness to it. You love moving this around. But when I'm going down the aisle with this, I have to put my roller bag in front of me because it's just easier that way. Also, with just the 2 wheels, you've got like a briefcase. If you're using this, come on, you got to get the Filson 24-hour tin cloth briefcase. I'll link to my video. If you have that bag or some other bag on this trolley right here, all that weight's going to be on your arm as you hold it up. You want to make sure that your thing has a luggage pass through so that it fits right on top of there and it doesn't fall off. You can just stand it up when you come to a stop, and it's not going to roll away, right? But you are going to feel that weight on your arm as you're carrying it. That's just one of the things you got to know about 2 wheels instead of 4. The jiggle on the back end of that, oh man. Bam! TSA has a key for this, but no bad guys do. But obviously on carry-on luggage that you might check in at some point, you got to have a lock that is openable by TSA. But one note here. There are reports of people feeling quite precious about checking this in, and I actually think there's something to it. Weird that you'd spend over $1,000 on a piece of luggage that's going to last you your entire life because it has a lifetime warranty that's made from great materials, like you can just feel it, and yet you'd be like, I don't really want to check it in and have those baggage handlers just tossing it. Because, A, this aluminum does get scratched, dented, it patinas over time, okay? For the most part, I have heard some reports about the actual edges getting dented, which you don't want. You want there to be a nice solid seal around the edges. In that situation, Sterling Pacific is always like, here, let's figure out either how to fix it or just send you a new one. Again, that lifetime warranty thing. Seeing across the internet people's reports of the customer support has been, it's been super encouraging. That's one of the main things you're buying here, that trustworthiness of the company, and I think that there's something to it. Obviously, I haven't traveled this thing for 10 years and like had something happen where I needed and then just replaced it. I haven't experienced that. It's nice to be able to have a bag you can just check in if they're like, hey man, we'll give you $150 or like 9 free hot dogs if you check in your bag. It's like, all right, fine, like check in my bag, fine, take it. It's nice to be able to do that. With this, you're already traveling business class, so why, you don't have to do that. You're fine. That said, you're gonna be fine if you check it in. It's just gonna might get some scratches and stuff. It's like, I think of selvage denim. Did you ever get into denim that was like Japanese selvage denim, vintage, indigo dyed and all this stuff? The way that it broke in on your body over time, I'd show you right now, but I'm only wearing underwear.
What?
Where your phone, your wallet, this patina that was shaped just to you based on your movements. That's where I would go with this. I think over time this gets like, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to put stickers on something like this. I think that'd be a real gangster move. If you're just like, Zion National Park on a, $1,000+ all aluminums, just like gorgeous, like real Mad Men vibes, just 50s Americana, like airplane company porn. Did your dad have a suitcase that did this thing? Oh, it was never that good. All right, opening it up. A couple things I want you to really notice. Big chunk on the bottom. It's one big chunk. Lots of suitcases open with 2 equal parts. I prefer, in this sort of situation, a big ass bucket on the bottom. Then the top, I've got probably 2 inches of coverage there, right? You've got buckles in here and straps to cinch everything down here. You can have everything pop up above the edge by about those 2 inches and squish it down with this because it's easy to do. Let's be honest. You can just like stand on top of this. Don't stand in the middle. Over $1,000 to pay for this thing. And I can't stand on the middle of it? No, because it's aluminum. It's sexy, it's incredible, it's fancy, it's not just strong, it's also good looking, And you could probably stand on a lot of your plastic luggage for a while, but that what's going to give out first on the plastic stuff, This is a very interesting idea. One thing I love about this style, where it's bigger on the bottom, there's not an equal compartment up on the top, is it's less intense on the hinge, right? Where you have 2 huge things opening up. The hinge always gets soft and loose over time and eventually, I think, breaks down. Look at how this doesn't open up all the way lay flat, right? It's because we've got a hinge here, which is, again, you'll feel this little like, kind of like that toilet seat thing, when it just like slowly there, and it's like slower here, and then it comes down. Has this little bit of, I don't know what I want to call that, like softness. It feels really good. Speaking also of this hinge, okay, replaceable, repairable parts. Little stuff like, in some of these, the stitching can be a little crooked. This one is actually really good. You just get the feeling that this is all made pretty hand-shucked. You can see where the trolley is back in here, so you'll probably end up packing stuff in these kinds of 3 rows, ideally. This material feels really good, like a twill. It feels more like a polyester than I want it to. Like, I want this to feel like the original Packed One duffel, which I don't know if there's still some of those available on their website. If they are, they're going to be on a discount. I'll link to them right now. Use my link because it might get you a discount, but it also supports the channel. Their first version of the duffel had this really organic feeling liner inside of it, and I want this to feel a little more natural. I mean, it looks and feels very like Louis Vuitton and slick and cool. These buckles, by the way, they have the most interesting little jingle. Really nice stainless steel vibes. Just great. And then you cinch that down. These sorts of buckles where it's like it's coming across just the top of it has always been sort of weird for me. I always wanted something to go straight across, and I want it to actually be attached lower down in here, coming out of there, so it's pulling my shit down a bit more. Okay, just for a little quick sort of setup and show you what it could be like, how you pack it out here. I've got packing cubes in here, and then a jacket thrown in here. I haven't even filled up the space. Like, this is what I would travel with. I've got 3 t-shirts, I've got 2 pairs of pants, eye mask and toiletry, as well as an extra pair of shoes. These are, by the way, these are size 11 shoes right here, and they fit with probably an inch on either side, just to give you a sense of the space there. What would I put in here? I don't know if I'd put anything in here, honestly. Maybe I'd throw my undies in here. Fine. Undies and socks, throw that in there. But I like the idea of having all of these packing cubes I can just kind of pull out. I also like the idea of packing without the packing cubes. I mean, I could get a lot. I'm not even filled up to the top of this thing. I could get a lot more in here because I have another 2 inches on that top to really be able to cinch this thing down. So, in terms of making use of what you can carry on a carry-on sized luggage, it's like, this is one of the most efficient forms, minus the sort of trolley that you have built into the inside of the bag down there, but it's just a box, the perfect size for carry-on travel. But you are gonna have to deal with some patina and some scratches. Now, this is not painted, so when you get a scratch, it doesn't show like a different color underneath it than it is on the top. So that's kind of nice. These bits around the outside and the edges are much stronger and more reinforced. It's built for forever. They have like several different factories that these things have to go through because the rivets come from one place and they only like that being done over there. The leather's over here and yada, yada, yada. But it's over $1,000 for a piece of luggage. How do you feel about that? I just love the look of this thing, dude. So I've hit it all. I've hit it all several times. Almost nothing on this bag is plastic. It's all aluminum and fucking Italian leather. You're gonna love the way that that feels. This trolley is one of the better you'll ever experience. There's still a little jiggle. I have yet to find a trolley that doesn't jiggle. If you know of one, let me know. But this one, you've got this nice like leather handle, and that button feels great. That coming in and out just feels great. Lots of little interactions like that on this bag. Like those hinges, well, these clips. And then those hinges, how they have like a soft open and close. You know, that feels just really nice. So buying this bag is like buying something that you're gonna feel like, hey, that feels really nice for a very long time, possibly your entire life. Like, possibly your grandchildren are gonna be like, what did Grandpa do for work? You know, when grandkid asks that for the first time when they're starting to think about their own life a little bit, and they find this in an attic, blow the dust off of it. This is that luggage. That's fucking cool. Shout out to Sterling Pacific. Thanks for sending me this out to test and review. This is my thoughts, my words as a bag geek about this thing. If you got the money to spend over $1,000 on a carry-on bag that has a lifetime warranty, arguably, if you look at how long any, $150 piece of luggage, by the way, a lot of luggage, that I would recommend is in like the $250, $300 sort of range. But you could just go like Amazon Basics, $99, and ride that for as long as you ride it. But you're just dealing with that potential that you're in Peru for a radical sort of ecotourism thing, and then your goddamn fucking spinner wheel breaks, and the entire trip, one of your main spinner wheel, you can't even carry it back. You have to carry something that was made to not be carried. Well, this you're never gonna have that problem with. By the way, I like carrying this like a fucking briefcase. It feels good. All right, that's it for now. Do you have a favorite luggage? Thing about luggage, sometimes they last for forever. Travel Pro, $199. 10 years later, you still got it, and it's like, the soft shell or soft-sided versus hard-sided. I've never really been a hard-sided person. My interactions with this have made me very interested in that. For instance, you're bringing something back from travel that might be really gentle or delicate. Like, doing that on a soft shell sort of thing is not that great. This one time I was at a trade show back when I had a real job, and I really liked the glasses at this ballroom. So I'm embarrassed by this. And so I got 6 of them to bring back. This would have been great for that. This would have been great for putting glasses in. You put socks and underwears in each one, and then you kind of place them throughout and wrap them in clothing, and it's like you're totally protected. So when you want to steal drinkware, go with Sterling Pacific. All right, bye!